to rain. This is horrible. All right, so just finished my first half marathon. Yeah, my little cheerleader. All right, so here's how you do a half marathon. Step 1, lose 60 pounds. Step 2, run 13 miles. And then step 3, don't shut up about it. I'm kidding. I don't know, you just run it. You just gotta keep getting your running volume really high up. I ran on the treadmill a lot. Alright, so I'm at like mile 11 or 12 on the half marathon. And a couple tips. You gotta run at a pace that you can kind of talk at. And I'm kind of pushing it, so I'm kind of breathy. But if you can't talk while you're running, you just gotta run slower. Almost there. Feeling pretty good. We trained for this. I ran over 10 miles. I'm gonna run these last 3 with heart. At least that's what everyone says. I asked Bing ChatGPT, what are the tips to run a marathon? Really, half marathon, half. You really just gotta keep adding on the miles and listen to your body. My knee kind of hurts, not now, but I did injure myself while training, and it put me out for 2 weeks. And so I had to integrate some stretches, hamstring stretches, quads, use the Rolly, gluteus maximus, gluteus minimus exercises. But I'm on my like 12. So if you don't have this pace, don't worry, just go slower. Run it at 4 miles per hour or 5. And right now, I think I'm pushing like 5 or 5.5. Nothing too dramatic, but we're almost there, so I'll see you at the finish line. I used to only run half a mile, and then it slowly went up to 0.25 half mile, 0.751, and then breaking that 3 mile mark is pretty, something clicks with it, where you just kind of get into like an aerobic fitness. And then you start running 5, and then you start running for a whole hour. The saying goes, if you want to run farther or faster, you gotta run slower and farther. So just a pace where you can talk. So we're talking like 4 or 5 miles per hour, and then slowly you build up your aerobic base, and then all of a sudden you can run for an hour straight. Once you pass an hour, you start to meet different like mental mindsets of yourself. So at 3 mile self, that's where you start to feel warmed up. And then around 5 or 6, you start to wake up. You're like, okay, I can do this. At around 8, you're like, I'm only like 4 miles away. 9 or 10, you're almost there. And that's why they say the last 3 miles, you just run with your heart. So I wasn't kidding when you say lose like 60 pounds or lose weight, because that really helps your joints. That helped me a lot. And then obviously fasting or dieting and fitness play a huge role. I got to eat a bunch of like pasta and carbs and stuff, but I wasn't too strict on when I was fasting. I wasn't too strict on if I ran, fasted, or fed. I made sure I wasn't too, let's just say, bloated or need to go to the bathroom or anything like that while running. And I kept it simple. You just gotta keep on the mileage, and eventually your legs will keep up, and you'll start to meet these different milestones of yourself. And I think that's the most encouraging part. You just power through it. So I think I ran a 2 hour and about 15 minutes half marathon, which is right in the middle of the pack, but I'm just happy I finished. I'm going to take a close listen to my body here, because I did injure myself while training. I did hurt my IT band. I had bruising on my knee one time because I changed shoes. So just finding a good shoe fit, breaking them in, and training with those shoes all the time reduce the variables there. But listen to your body. If you're in pain, I just took literally like a month off. But as a good friend told me, who's been running track and field all his high school career and a pretty good runner, once you recover and get your aerobic base up, your mileage up, even if you get an injury, as long as you heal, you can really catch up back to where you were pretty fast. Your body doesn't forget the mileage that you put in. So I'm going to compile some of my best tips here, but in terms of the tech that helped me with this race, for those who want all the tech review stuff, let's look at the shoes here. They're all muddied up, but these are New Balance Cloud Foam 3. I think there's Cloud Foam 4s out there, but this has a really big base because I didn't want to injure my knee. A lot of repetitive motion. You notice I didn't wear any watches or any Apple Band or anything like that. I wanted to keep it simple. When I was training though, I did use the Garmin 245 to track my mileage. I had an Apple Watch SE as well. I had a smart scale to kind of see where my fitness was, body fat percentage. So smart scale helped a lot just to keep track of my weight. The New Balance shoes helped a lot as well. The Under Armour tech really helped because you get really sweaty. You want to wick all that away. Some tech socks, I'm not wearing them today, but socks are very important because I did get blisters on my feet. So, and obviously just keep your iPhone and your AirPods handy. I will say run a couple sessions without music, but if you do need power through, AirPods help. You don't want things like jiggling and falling out of your ear while you're running. I kept it simple, the basic AirPods, not the AirPods Pro. That and a treadmill. I want to reduce the variables and just keep the mileage up, and then to save the intensity and the curveballs for kind of the day and the trail running. So look, Stitchier's Eat in the Yard. I think that's my cue to wrap up over here, but let's take a look at the festivals now. And what they say is the race is the reward. So now it's time to get a couple beers, and I really do want McDonald's. I don't know if I should let up on my training. This is just the reward that you made it this far. So very proud. Thank you all for keeping up and watching. Yeah, lost 60 pounds. On to the wedding Japan. See you in the next one.